The SCP Foundation is the stuff of nightmares. SCP stands for Secure, Contain, Protect. It's a database of supposed creatures and other paranormal entities which are so dangerous that they have to be locked away from the rest of the world. These entities are not to be taken lightly, and if they should ever see the light of day, it would mean the end of everything for all of us. These are the 10 most frightening SCP stories. Number 10 is SCP-978, the Polaroid camera. SCP-978 is so dangerous that it is only to be handled by security personnel at a secret facility. At first glance, this SCP anomaly looks like an old Polaroid camera. Like any Polaroid, you simply point it at your subject, take a picture, and it instantly produces a physical photograph. But what makes SCP-978 so dangerous, however, is that the pictures it takes reveal an ugly truth, the person's deepest, darkest desires at that moment. Some of the personnel who have had their photographs taken with the SCP-978 have had such disturbing desires that they have been put on indefinite leave. One such photo was of a doctor holding a kitten. The resulting photo showed that the doctor had twisted, murderous intentions deep within. When asked about the photo, the doctor stated categorically, "I would never do that to a kitten." Number 9 is SCP-173, the Sculpture. SCP-173 is the most famous SCP creature of all time. Its strange, contorted body has appeared in video games and other media, though you would not want to meet the Sculpture as it's commonly known in real life. This strange entity does nothing when in view, but if you take your eyes off of it for the briefest of moments, that's when the true terror begins. Blink or look away, and when your gaze returns to the creature, it will have moved closer to you. Security personnel at an SCP facility have discovered this at their own peril. Looking away a handful of times has resulted in several guards losing their lives, a terrified moment where their screams are suddenly silenced by a loud bone-shattering snap. Its origin is unknown, but some believe the Sculpture to be a predatory creature from another dimension. Number 8 is SCP-096 Humanoid. Referred to by some as the Humanoid or the Shy Guy, this SCP creature is so dangerous that it's housed in an airtight steel cube with no video surveillance inside. The Humanoid measures 2.3 meters in height with no pigmentation of skin or any body hair. Its jaw can open 4 times the normal width of an average human's, and its eyes are white. Its arms are out of proportion with the rest of its frame, reaching out 1.5 meters from the body. The reason for there being no video surveillance is that this creature detests being watched. If someone even looks at a photograph of it, it will break out of its containment and run at speeds of 35 kilometers an hour until it finds the person and ends them. Nothing can stop this process, so once it's contained, SCP-096 is left alone in the dark with no one watching. Number 7 is SCP-1782, Tabula Rasa. The Tabula Rasa is one of the strangest SCP anomalies on record. Rather than being a creature or an object with terrifying properties, the Tabula Rasa is in fact a room. But a room with a dark purpose. Should you enter it, it will show you twisted scenes beyond imagination. No one is quite sure how it works, but there appears to be other people living tormented lives inside of the room. Every 3 days, the interior changes, complete with furnishings, and sometimes an occupant will be found in there. In some instances, these occupants have momentarily walked out of the room, only to return there of their own free will, despite the terrors it holds for them. In one instance, researchers sent a radio-controlled camera into the hole in one of the walls. Inside, the video footage showed a strange creature with its head and limbs moving around inside. Number 6 is SCP-106, the Old Man. The Old Man, as he has been labeled by researchers at an SCP facility, is one of the most terrifying entities on record. He's so dangerous that no physical interaction with him is currently allowed. This SCP creature appears like an elderly man whose body is slowly degenerating. He sits still like a statue in his containment area, only to then become far more agile when another person enters the room. The Old Man is capable of climbing up walls and can suspend himself from the ceiling, upside down, like a spider. When he touches a person, he attempts to pull them into his own pocket dimension. This process results in the corrosive qualities of the Old Man's skin spreading to his victim. Researchers are terrified of him escaping containment, as he can pass through many solid objects when he locks onto someone and needs to feed. Number 5 is SCP-1548, the Hateful Star. The vast majority of SCP entities are objects under study, are small and localized in nature. However, SCP-1548, also known as the Hateful Star, is capable of terror on a cosmic scale. Most SCPs can be contained at least for a while, but the Hateful Star is a juggernaut no one can survive. It was discovered by an astronomer in the 1970s, and radio waves were detected coming from it. Those radio waves were interpreted as Morse code messages. When deciphered, the messages conveyed that not only was the star sentient and self-aware, but that it hated the universe and wanted to destroy all life within it. The supermassive star is now moving itself toward our solar system at speed to consume all the planets, our own sun, and everyone on Earth with its fire. Number 4 is SCP-1983, the Farmhouse. While SCP protocols seek to contain entities, some anomalies seek to contain human beings themselves. SCP-1983 is often referred to as the Farmhouse. It appears as a normal farmhouse, but should anyone be unlucky enough to enter it, this appearance soon changes. Once inside the farmhouse with the outside door closed, there's no escape. You're confronted by a maze of passageways and rooms. Turning around and opening the front door from the inside only presents more of this labyrinth to the victim. Worse still, the hallways and rooms are bathed in shadow, and inside those shadows, something lives. These creatures are made of shadow and seek to consume any humans trapped in the maze. Should you be caught by one of these creatures, what is left of you is placed in a room at the heart of the maze, alongside the remnants of other victims. Number 3 is SCP-1875, the Chess Automaton. SCP-1875 is easily one of the most terrifying objects described in the SCP stories. Throughout the Victorian era, inventors tried to create automatons. These were forerunners to modern-day robots which can perform tasks using clockwork algorithms and, in some cases, steam. SCP-1875 is a chess automaton which sits at a mechanical chessboard. It plays chess to a grandmaster standard. This takes on new dark meaning when one realizes that parts of the automaton are made from the designer's own family. The automaton appears to be conscious and has communicated with the outside world by hacking into wireless signals. It then sends emails to its victims. When those emails are read, the victims are taken over by an incurable madness, brought about by an attached picture which shows the faces of the inventor's family. Number 2 is SCP-478 Tea. Many of us have the fear of going to the dentist, but SCP-478 takes this fear and ramps it up to 11. These tiny entities appear like darkly colored moths, fluttering through the air. They do not seem to require food or oxygen. What they do require are the mouths of human beings. While people sleep, these tiny creatures climb into the mouth and attach themselves to the soft palate in the upper nasal cavity. There, they burrow in and begin to grow rows of new teeth. Soon, these teeth spread throughout the mouth until they cover the gums. Then, the teeth will begin growing throughout the body. In this SCP entry, it is possible to survive this onslaught, but only at the beginning of the process. The tiny creatures can be removed surgically, but should they escape, they will simply fly throughout the night and infect other individuals. And number 1 is SCP-3998, the Wicker Witch. SCP-3998 is contained within a highly advanced holding locker which is fireproof. Known as the Wicker Witch, SCP-3998 was once a woman from the 17th century who appears to have been the victim of a witch trial. After this, a scarecrow appeared which was held together by wicker, nails, and wire. Many believe this scarecrow and the Wicker Witch are one and the same. At night, the scarecrow ignites itself in flames and spews liquid from its mouth. Needless to say, anyone who comes in contact with the scarecrow has a nasty fate in store for them. To counter this, the Wicker Witch is contained so that no oxygen is present around her in an attempt to stop the flames from growing. But should the slightest crack appear in her prison, the witch's wrath will extend outward as a burning scarecrow, screaming and coming for us all. Thank you very much for subscribing, and a special thanks to all channel members, especially the ones you see on your screen right now. All of you help keep my channel going. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.